when I look at Zac and I look at the things that he did really well, the one thing that stood out to me was their kind of their ability to recover from their very, very poor start on third down. It was like like at the beginning of the season, it was tough sledding. And they were having, I think a lot more issues on conversions and stuff like that. And I think some of it came down to game feel. Like there were some obvious moments where you could just kind of see, it just looked like a guy who was, new to this. And there were some bumps to be expected, but I thought we saw some legitimate growth. They were able to get the conversion rate up to, about league average by the end of the season. And, I thought his ability to kind of work with the line injuries that came up over the season is probably something that was a little bit more underrated. I know you and I are probably not as high on Ryan Uziel as maybe some others are, or maybe it's just that we're more willing to speak on the limitations. But I felt like Zac and, obviously with Ledford there helping too, they were able to actually do a pretty good job of maintaining good enough play to keep Kirk clean and then to keep, Penix going. And then when the switch happened with Dahlman coming back into the fold, it kind of felt seamless. And then, I think we saw an obvious upgrade in the run. And so when I think about one of the underrated qualities, I think his management of the O-line injuries was something that probably was a little bit underrated.